On IMDb, Thad9 says Mission Impossible 2 is a slow motion crappy movie. This movie, if all of the slow motion were played in real time, would have been only 45 minutes long. That would have been much better than the 2-hour piece of crap us moviegoers had to suffer. I wanted to leave, but my girlfriend wouldn't let me. She said something about loving Cruise's hair. Good God, this mission should have been aborted. 10 stars.
Wow. I mean, his hair was looking good though.
Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are back once again to talk about Mission Impossible 2. Andy, how are you doing?
Oh, Robbie.
Today, I ask you.
Hey! I'm good, Robbie. How about you?
All over the place. All over the place, apparently. No, I'm doing well. It is a hot July day.
Yeah.
But this might be coming out in August. Who cares? I've already ruined the illusion.
I don't think anybody really. It's like, hey, if they didn't record it 10 minutes ago, I'm out.
No, they think we're live. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Oh, shit.
Had you seen Mission Impossible 2 before?
I had, yeah. But, like, not for a very, very long time. I'd say maybe even 2 decades.
Did you see it in theaters?
No.
Did you rent this from the library?
No, my parents had the first 3 the first 2 on VHS.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you, Robbie?
I had never seen this before.
Huh.
Yeah. I always knew it was the one with Tom Cruise had his long hair. The only Mission Impossible movie I had ever seen was the first one, and that was even before we did the episode for this podcast.
Wow.
But yeah, this was my first time watching Mission Impossible 2.
Wow.
I gotta tell you.
How are you?
Oh, well, I wish I didn't watch this piece of poo.
Robbie!
I didn't care for this movie very much.
That's okay. It's, I think it's the weakest one that I've seen.
Definitely for me.
Well, let me tell you what year it came out, which just so happens to be the year of our Megazord, which is crazy.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, the year 2000.
Ooh.
And boy, can you tell.
Why do you say that?
Well, have you seen the movie?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, did you live in the year 2000?
I did.
I want you to connect those dots, Robbie.
I'm connecting the dots. Boobies.
That's not it.
There were a lot of boobies. Oh, the cleavage in this movie was insane.
Oh, sure. There's plenty of cleave, but like just the music, the slow-mo,
yeah,
the throwing the sunglasses at the camera and they explode and walking off like it's cool. You know, and fucking Metallica doing the song and like Lars Ulrich coming at Napster for it, you know?
Ooh.
Didn't that take you back?
There's also Limp Bizkit doing the Mission Impossible theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2000, brother.
Isn't it? Well, let me tell you about the top 10 movies of the year 2000, which, by the way, is the year of our Megazord.
Very good.
Number 10. This is worldwide, by the way.
Real
Number
quick,
10.
Conan
yes.
O'Brien used to talk about this year all the time.
That's truth. That's justice. And that's the American way, Robbie.
Very good. None of their predictions came true. That's weird.
No, yeah.
Which is weird because he wrote for The Simpsons.
Right.
You'd think he'd be good at predicting things. Conan, we know you're listening. How'd you drop the ball on that one, brother?
Yeah. Let us know. RoydsReview@gmail.com. Number 10 is What Lies Beneath, with $291 million.
I haven't learned her name yet.
You're a dirty dog, Robbie.
She's buried under my garage.
Robbie, you're too dirty of a dog. Number 9 is X-Men with $296 million. I would have thought that would have done a lot better. That was a big deal.
That was a big deal.
Number 8 is The Perfect Storm with $328 million.
I think The Perfect Storm is a Category 3 tornado. It's
Something
not
about
too
it.
strong. It's not light. Like, it'll fuck you up. But you know what? You're not getting FEMA money.
Sure, yeah. Previous episode, Twister, check that out.
Yeah.
If you want us to talk about more tornadoes or to hear that nonsense. Number 7 is Meet the Parents with $330 million. Have you ever seen that movie, Robbie?
Very long time ago.
It's a classic.
I didn't care for it.
Robbie.
See, you know what the trick is? Always date women whose parents are dead, so you never have to meet them.
Robbie, I would like to let you know, and the listeners, that my wife and I often say, I got nipples, Greg, can you milk me?
I don't know what the fuck you are talking about.
That's from Meet the Parents.
Oh, okay.
Because he's like I forget what it is in context, but he's like, you can really milk anything with nipples. And Robert De Niro just calls him out. He's like, I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? And that's funny. Number 6 was How the Grinch Stole Christmas with $345 million. I saw this in theaters.
Christmas Grand Larceny.
Very good.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas. He was embezzling funds from the North Pole.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Fucking good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Take him down. From the inside. Number 5 is Dinosaur with $349 million. I also saw this in theaters.
What is that? What is the movie?
It is a Disney animated film. It was CGI.
It's just called Dinosaur.
Just called Dinosaur. It's about I forget the dinosaur, but it's a herbivore, and he's raised by like monkeys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Seeing pictures, I've heard of this. I've never seen this.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters. I also showed it to my kids when we did a unit on dinosaurs, and they enjoyed it.
Now, did you point out that this is all fiction? Because dinosaurs, as we know, aren't real.
No, I did point out that it was fiction because dinosaurs, as we know, didn't talk.
Oh.
No.
We all know they were invented by Big Museum.
Most museums are free, Robbie.
Nope. It's all a money-making scam by Big Museum. Once all these people are like, stop stealing our stuff, we had to make something, so we created dinosaurs.
Huh, you know what? This is all making too much sense, Robbie.
Do you think anyone thinks I'm serious?
Yes.
There's someone definitely going, yo, he's lost it. He's fucking snapped.
No, I think there's some people saying this guy's got a lot of good points. You know?
The turning the Dilophosaurus is gay.
Number 4 is What Women Want, with $374 million. There he goes.
Big fucking hog, brother.
Nice. All Women Want is a large pig.
Yep.
Yep. Number 3 is Castaway with $429 million.
We should do that one day.
We should. That's a good movie.
I saw it once, and it was like right when it came out on home release, and I was like, I'll be honest, parents, this movie's not for me because I'm 11.
I remember watching it when I was a kid and thinking, like, in the beginning, I was like, this movie sucks. Then the middle, where he's on the island, I was like, this movie's great. And then at the end, where he comes back, I was like, this movie sucks. So I wonder if that would change now.
I don't know, because I was a kid, I was just like, this movie's long, and it's just one dude.
Yeah, but it's such a concept that's just been there, but nobody ever really, like, made a full-length movie about it until 2000.
I'd be interested in doing that movie because I want to see what I like more, that or Forrest Gump.
Oh, Castaway's a better movie.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Previous episode, check it out.
We have not done Castaway.
I meant Forrest Gump. That's my bad.
Oh, Forrest
Yeah.
Lump. I found a lump.
Number 2 is Gladiator with $460 million. That's a good movie. And you see they're making another one? What's going on?
I did see that, but I've never seen Gladiator. So
Oh, we should do that. We should do like
yeah, we should do a lot of things, Andy.
I mean, you just said it for Castaway, Robbie.
It's different when I do it.
Number 1, you'll never believe it, is Mission Impossible 2 with $546 million. Far and away the highest grossing movie of the year of our Megazord 2000.
It's crazy that 24 years ago, the highest grossing movie made, what'd you say, $546 million?
Yeah.
What did the last Mission Impossible movie make? Call me Tom Petty, because I'd need to know.
It's probably more than that.
What was the
But
last?
I know it got the last Mission Impossible was Dead Reckoning, and I believe it in its first week it was doing well, but then it got crushed by Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Oh, it was Dead Reckoning Part 1?
Yeah, I think they've since changed it to just Dead Reckoning.
Oh, they're like, no, we're not doing another one, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
On Wikipedia, it's still listed as Part 1.
Good lord.
That's made this almost the same amount of money, $567.5 million.
Oh, well, I know there's a reason they're making these movies. And it's
They
not
make
just
money.
Tom Cruise being a psychopath.
Nope, they make money. That's the only reason.
Robbie, I think we could all address the fact that Tom Cruise is a little
Would
off
be
his
the
rocker.
perfect selection to play Wolverine. I agree, Andy.
I think he's too old at this point, Robbie.
I don't think so. I'd love to see him as Wolverine. In fact, I think he'd be better as Wolverine than he would as Iron Man.
Okay.
Because I know that was talked about in the 90s, that he would play Iron Man.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Tom Cruise is very capable as an actor.
I think Tom Cruise is great.
Yeah, although I haven't seen, what's the big one? You Had Me at Hello, all that. What was it? Email in.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Jerry Maguire.
Show me the money.
Yeah, that one. We know quotes.
Yeah, we can quote movies I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I've never seen
So-
Jerry Maguire.
Me neither. But Mission Impossible 2, what is this, the year 2000?
It's very much the year 2000. We open up in Sydney, Australia. We get a voice. Uh-oh. We get this voiceover. And this comes back. Very good. This comes back throughout the movie. But we just get this very stereotypical evil, Eastern European accent. And it's like, okay, these are the bad guys. We are creating a disease, Dimitri. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah.
How thick can you lay that shit on? If you want to be a hero, you need to create a villain. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, here we go.
Ethan Hunt meets with a scientist on the plane. They make this small talk. They talk about this disease they've created called Chimera. Once you've had it for 30 hours or something, nothing can save you. You're a dead man. The plane they're on has a change in cabin pressure, and there's something fishy about this one, almost as fishy as Ethan Hunt's hair.
Robbie.
Hair looks kind of weird.
What, the long hair?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking it's pretty nice.
Oh, it's a nice cut of hair, but if you're a secret agent, they're going to make you cut your hair, brother.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Especially if you're wearing masks and shit, you're gonna have to have, like a crew cut or some shit. But this is the year 2000, Robbie.
It is very much the year 2000. The pilot is evil. Everyone on the plane passes out. And then all of a sudden we find out Ethan Hunt's like, I'm not Dimitri. And the guy was like, what?
Yeah.
And then it turns out it wasn't Ethan Hunt at all. It rips his mask off and it's someone totally different.
Yeah.
It was at this point I was originally going to ask a question, but the question got answered later on. Because I was like, How do they mimic the voice? And then later on, we see him rip the thing off his throat like the voice
Yeah.
modulator.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that doesn't look comfortable though.
No, of course not. It's better than what they did in the first one. Like this, it looks kind of janky when they do it here, but in the first one, remember he had like a head twice the size of his
Yeah.
regular head. So I get it.
There's a lot of mask work in this one though.
Yeah, a lot.
There's a lot of masks in
I think
this.
they do some cool stuff.
Yeah, it's just a shame that all the mask stuff makes the scene towards the end very predictable.
Yeah, definitely.
All the baddies jump out of the plane, and we see the plane smash into a cliff.
Did you get any Dark Knight Rises vibes from this opening scene?
No.
Because when I was watching it, I was like, huh. It was kind of like that first scene in Dark Knight Rises when Bane's like, you know?
Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it.
Yeah, I think that scene's cooler because like the plane like splits in half and shit.
That's truth. Yeah.
I think that's a lot cooler. This is very typical, like, we're all just on the plane and we're hopping out. They like fuck up the plane in The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, although this one smashes into the mountain.
Yeah. I do
That's
like
pretty cool.
the shot of them. He's like, pull up, pull up!
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it just smashes into that is really cool.
Yeah, they be dead.
Oh yeah, yeah, very dead. Cut 2, the real Ethan Hunt is free climbing like an insane person.
Yep. You know who really did that?
Who?
Thomas Cruise. Except he had wires that they painted out. But
Yeah,
still.
also his name is not Thomas Cruise.
What is it?
It's Thomas Matherper, brother.
Huh. I thought it was Ethan Hunt.
Well, no, his character's name is Ethan Hunt, yes. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, Tom Cruise's real name, Mapother. Yeah, Mapother, not Matherper. Yeah. Thomas Mapother, the fourth.
Interesting.
Yeah, his cousin's also in this movie. His cousin's in a lot of his movies.
Really?
Yeah, that's why you see during if like the credits, you see another guy named Mapother at one point,
I did not know that.
and he plays like a henchman, just a small little role.
Yeah, he like insisted that he do all the climbing, and John Woo was like, "Hey, don't do that, because like if you get hurt, we can't do anything." And he's like, "Nah, I got this." He's crazy. He's a crazy man.
It makes the movies better,
I agree.
and you have to respect it. At the end of the day, the guy who wants to do this and is willing to put himself in this danger instead of a stuntman, I respect it.
Yeah, same.
I'll tell you what, I gained a lot of respect for Tom Cruise during COVID also, when that thing got leaked of him screaming at someone for not following the protocols.
Yeah.
Did you ever see
Yeah.
that? I'm like, he was right. And I gained a lot of respect for him because he was like, we will lose our jobs. People will lose their jobs if you
Right.
fuck around like this.
Yeah, he's correct. I also thought he's right about a lot of things regarding religion.
Andy!
Yeah,
Andy!
yeah.
Andy!
And also regarding I don't know, probably I don't know. I forget.
All right, that's very good.
Hey, he jumped on Oprah's couch. There you go.
Yes, he did.
I
He
support
did.
that. I support that, Robbie.
Hey, I support jumping on couches because it's a fun thing to do until someone gets hurt.
Or you break a couch and then you realize, like, oh, I'm not a kid. I have to I have to replace my couch.
Yeah, that's why my couch is broken.
I know. I keep telling you, Robbie.
Yeah, Rob, stop jumping on your couch. I'm like, how do you even know?
Yeah.
You're like, I have a camera.
You're FaceTiming me.
I like these understated opening credits. Like the music is gradually fading in as we see Cruise just climbing. That being said, the music makes no sense here. I think the music in this is pretty awful.
Yeah, it's rough. And it's they like play the same thing like 8 times throughout the movie. And it's like, all right, just jump, 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 jump. All right. Okay.
But it's not even just the Mission Impossible theme. It's all the other stuff they have throughout it too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they have this really weird electronic music. It's like, it's like this music's
Yeah.
bad. Sorry,
That's
Hans Zimmer. This is a bad job.
Well, it's Hani Zims, but it's also my boy Harry Gregson Williams. He did The Rock as well as the Metal Gear Solid franchise.
He did The Rock.
Yeah, he did The Rock right in his patootie.
Oh my
But
god!
yeah, it's
Right in his candy ass.
yeah, nice, nice. It's I think he's very good, especially in Metal Gear. I think he's got some of the best music, but he does incorporate a lot of like techno type drums,
Yeah,
and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, brother.
and this did not work.
No, it didn't.
Out of nowhere, a guy shoots a rocket into the cliffside. It has sunglasses in them. It's a mission from Anthony Hopkins,
Yeah,
uncredited.
really
Yeah,
interesting.
I don't blame him. I think he's like, yeah, I'll be in your movie, but don't put my name on this.
Yeah. I mean, people will see you, dude. Like, what's the fucking difference?
He gets this briefing. He tells him, you can choose any agent you want, but you got to take this thief with you, Nyah Nordoff-Hall. That's my cousin, Nyah Nordoff-Hall. Famous
Really?
thief. No.
Wow.
It's a fictional character, Andy.
Oh, man, life is crazy, huh, Robbie?
It's good. What a roller coaster we just went on.
Huh.
We get the proper opening credits and the title card.
He throws the sunglasses right at the camera and they explode.
Yeah, he does. You know why? Because it's the year 2000, baby.
Yeah.
Hunt goes to Spain to recruit Nyah. It's just a bunch of dancing. The dude is a super agent, but he can't handle a beautiful woman and tap dancing.
Well, Ethan and Naya look at each other in slow-mo for like 12 minutes. Like
One thing the reviewer was right about at the beginning of the episode.
the slow-mo,
Yeah,
gratuitous.
there's way too much slow-mo in this movie.
What is this, Zack Snyder's Mission Impossible 2?
It would have been much darker.
Yeah, would have been probably almost in black and white.
Yeah, it would have been gray, just a gray movie.
Yeah, gray and brown.
But seriously, like there's like tap dancing, and he just looks. He's like, "Oh, titties and dancing. Oh, I don't know what to do." And like he seems to lose all function.
Yeah. I have a question, I guess. This is a question. How much time passes from when they meet to when he's like, all right, it's mission time?
Oh, I have no fucking clue. That was a big problem I had with this.
Yeah, because like they're like in love.
Yeah.
It's like you guys just met.
Well, like their first interaction is him catching her doing some thieving.
Yeah, it's very, very James Bond.
Yes, that's definitely what they're trying to do here.
Yeah, but like when I think Mission Impossible, I think more like espionage.
Exactly. That's
And
not
this is
these
like
movies.
suave, yeah. And I'm not into it.
They're doing this thing where they're like laying in the tub together, and she's like, "Do you mind if I get on top?" And
Yeah.
like she like straddles him and shit.
And I get that they're two, like incredibly attractive people. I understand. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I cannot imagine, no matter how hot I am, no matter how hot the girl is, we're not just like immediately like, we're gonna fuck. Like, I just don't think that that's something that happens.
It's also these two have zero chemistry together.
Robbie, I think she's doing her best.
It's not an insult on their acting performances. Well, kind of is, I guess. I think they don't work together.
See, I think she's doing her best, and Tom Cruise is always kind of weird when it comes to romance, like you said, because he's like an unfeeling weirdo.
Yeah, he's just not a romantic lead. He's just not.
Yeah, although, like I said, I haven't really seen him in too many, but yeah, I mean, their chemistry didn't really bother me. It was just the rate at which we're just supposed to buy into their relationship is
Yeah.
it's a little much for me.
This is where we get these really gratuitous cleavage shots that I was talking about before, because we repeatedly go to like her point of view, And it's constantly just a camera looking down her shirt. Like, that's all we see are the tops of the mountains. And we're like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is the year 2000. This is gratuitous.
Yeah, and a lot of zooms into faces as well.
Yeah, but at least that's not just gratuitous cleave.
That's truth.
These were literally like when the part where she was like on top of him, they would do these shots and it was like, all right, we get it. We get it. Those are breasts. We've seen breasts before.
Should we play the sting?
Booby. No, because they were clothed. Andy.
That's true. That's true. But there is a lot of boobies.
Yeah. I was played for a fool, though, because at one point the alarm goes off while Nyah is stealing jewelry. And I was like, she's not even a good thief. And then Hunt was like, I set off the alarm, baby.
Yeah.
And I was like, you got me, Ethan.
Classic Ethan.
I do like the guy comes in, he's like, oh, that's just our head of security. What are we doing here? Ethan tells the Nyah, why don't you give him back the necklace you're stealing?
Yeah, that you put in your breastises.
Yeah, and then he goes, oh.
Yeah, I thought that was a weird addition.
Yeah, me too. Stop improvising. We see Nyah driving. Ethan calls her, asks her to slow down. He comes out of nowhere and starts screaming at her from his car, which again is more James Bond stuff.
Yeah, like this didn't really feel like a Mission Impossible movie until our boy Sir Anthony Hopkins shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They take off on this high-speed pursuit. She tries to, like, run him off the road. We do some fancy driving, some controlled collisions. And then we get this really stupid slow-motion shot where the cars are just, like, spinning around.
Yeah.
And they're looking longingly at each other. It's like, is this where they're falling in love? Or is that what I'm supposed to believe?
Yeah, it's too much. It's very John Woo. But
Yeah.
like just the universe that we established in Mission Impossible 1 is like pretty grounded other than the whole helicopter thing at the end. But like this just takes it to a whole nother level where it's like, huh? What am I watching, an anime here?
Yeah. Because he saves her from falling off a cliff. She finally goes, all right, what's your name? Now that you've rescued me, I guess.
Yeah. And he's like, Bond, James, Ethan Hawke. Hunt. Ethan Hawke. I'm the actor, Ethan Hawke.
Oh my God. And then they kiss. Here's a question. Questions. Why would they kiss here?
Yeah, seems precarious.
You've just met. You're dangling off a mountaintop.
Yeah.
And then we don't see them get saved off this ledge. We just wake up the next morning and they're having some pillow talk, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
We go to a religious festival. Anthony Hopkins is looking out the window. I never learn his name. I just keep calling him Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
He's talking a mile a minute in this movie.
Yeah, it's like they got him for like an hour and they're like, all right, quick.
He's talking like he's working in the 40s.
Yeah.
We got a mission for you, see? This mission was up to start, see? It's like, Anthony, what are you doing, brother? Come on.
Yeah, I did really like the line where he's like, it's going to be difficult. And he's like, well, it's not mission difficult. It's mission impossible. I was like, that's a good line. I like that.
Is it a good line?
Yeah, I like it.
I didn't think so. I was like, why are we doing a title drop in this?
I just like how he's like, fucking nut up, Ethan.
I agree with the nut up, but come on. It's also, this is where Ethan's like, I can't ask Nyah to have sex with another man. I'm in love with her.
Yeah, that's where I'm asking the question. How long have they been together? Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think there's really any time passing before he's here. Because he's met Nyah and then he goes. So they've just met.
Huh.
Like, it's not like he would have tried to recruit her and then they had a 4-month relationship and now he's going back to Anthony Hopkins.
Right.
All right, so what's the mission?
Yeah. I don't know. It's huh. You know?
Hopkins shows Hunt a video of the guy from the beginning of the movie and we hear the same voiceover we heard before. And then we learned that Hopkins had assigned another agent, Sean Ambrose, to be Ethan Hunt and shit, which is bizarre.
Yeah.
It's like, this sounds like your fault, dude.
Yeah.
You said, hey, I want you to act like the best agent in the world. You will not get any credit or recognition.
Right.
Oh, wow, he went rogue? I can't believe it.
Yeah. And Ethan, that was you last movie. Okay, maybe be a little sympathetic.
Yeah.
No, he's a bad dude.
No, well, we established that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is so bizarre that Hunt is all jealous here. Hopkins gives him a digital camera. And then for some reason, we get another really weird slow-mo shot of him just walking through the festival.
Yeah, there's a lot of just lingering slow-mo shots for no reason.
Yeah, we're just wasting time. There's a lot of just
Yeah.
wasting time. You know, a movie can be an hour and a half, guys.
Yeah.
Then they look at through this digital camera that he gave, and just pictures of the plane wreck.
Yeah.
So, okay, we got the point.
Yeah, and then they yell at each other for a while.
Yeah, again, zero chemistry.
Well, they're yelling at each other, and it's like, but you guys sound like you've been together for a long time, but
Right.
it's been minutes. It's been
You spent one night together.
yeah. I don't know.
They concoct a plan to get her in with Sean Ambrose. They stage a fake arrest. At one point, Ethan Hunt here goes, Nyah, I'm not going to lose you. Bro! You just met her!
Yeah. Yeah. It's too much.
We're back in Australia. They're putting the team together. And they
Good
make sure.
eye.
There you go. They make sure you know we're in Australia. Because we got a quick zoom in on the Sydney Opera House. They
Yeah.
show some kangaroos.
Yeah. Like a field of kangaroos. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, all right, you could have just said Australia, but all right, we get it.
Yeah. And then that guy shows up. He's like, good eye. Like, yep.
Oh, Billy, yes.
Yeah. He's the
John
Simon
Paulson
Pegg.
as Billy.
But he's Australian.
Right away, he was coming across as annoying. He wasn't as annoying as I thought he was going to be. But for some reason, he comes in all boisterous. And then I felt like they were like, you know what, that'll get old quick. Let's cut that.
Yeah. Yeah. And he becomes pretty resourceful and useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also Ving Rhames as Luther.
He's back, baby.
Love it. Nyah approaches Ambrose, and now for some reason the computer they're using is malfunctioning or something.
Yeah, this is they're trying to get the satellite shot of her so they could track her within 3 feet. But then we get a 16-minute slow-mo her walking from the boat to the bad guy.
Yeah.
Why?
And then a slow motion of him taking off her sweater, her scarf or whatever.
Yeah, he catches it because the wind he takes it. Yeah.
Which is really funny because then when the satellite finally works, I don't know if you caught this. They then zoom in on Nyah and Ambrose, and she's approaching him again, and they kiss.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, but you've shown her approaching them, and they don't immediately kiss.
It all happened in slow-mo.
Yeah, I'm going, what's going on here? And I don't like calling out continuity errors so much, but it's like, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone needs to have seen that.
I think
I sure hope someone got fired for that one.
I think they're doing a symbolism type thing, oh, now he's Ethan, but he's her lover now.
At least they've had a relationship before.
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah. It's also he's a pretty stinky dude because he's later he even says if
I
we're
haven't showered in 4 days.
I've been running on my treadmill for an hour and a half. I haven't showered.
My balls smell like vinegar. My ball sweat is vinegar soup, baby.
Oh my goodness gracious me. He's hey, because his henchman is hey, what if she's a spy? And he's like, well, even if she is a spy, like then she can't. He's essentially saying like she can't say no. Like I'm gonna bang her while she's here,
I
brother. And
know.
it's like that's gross, dude. I don't know.
Later on, when he wears the Ethan Hunt mask, he goes, "You're gonna do everything he tells you to do,
Yeah.
even anal.
Yeah.
You're gonna put on that red thing he likes." And she's like, "Ethan, how do you know all this?"
How do you know about that? He's, oh, I've said too much.
He even has this really creepy line here because he goes, "How do I usually find you, Nyah? Magic."
Yeah, what?
Okay.
There's sorcery involved here?
And then we see Ethan Hunt just staring at the computer screen, and it's just an image of the house. He can't
Yeah.
even like see them, but he's like staring so intently.
Oh my goodness gracious, he's cranking hogs.
What do you think they're
Robbie's
doing in there,
implying.
Luther? Ambrose gives Nyah some clothes. I bet they're skimpy.
Yep.
She starts to undress to put them on, and then he stares at her like a dullard.
Yeah.
His like mouth drops.
Yeah. Well, then he's a sentence like, don't they bang right then and
Yeah.
there? Yeah.
And I guess they're still watching, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Zoom into the windows there. Zoom into the window.
Yeah. Can we get a shot of the interior?
Hunt and Luther watch the video of the scientist again. They put it all together that a virus was created. I don't know how they got from point A to point B with that one, and I really didn't care at this point in the movie.
Yeah, it's really not about the virus until later.
Yeah, he's like, they watched. He's like, I see what happened. They created. They're like, yeah, they're referencing Greek, whatever, Greek mythology or something like that. Yeah, they're definitely created a virus. I think that's what happened. It's like, okay, I don't know. All right, sure.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just move it along.
Yeah, let's keep going because we've heard the same voiceover now 3 times.
We sure did.
Ambrose gives the SD card from the camera to his right-hand man, and this is where we see the right-hand man is very suspicious of Nyah, and then he cuts off part of the dude's pinky for being suspicious.
Yeah, we get a real sense of this guy being a real rude dude, and it made me ask a question. Is that henchman Lance Armstrong? He looks just like Lance Armstrong.
Oh,
The answer is no.
I knew it was no.
I swore. I was like, Lance Armstrong is in Mission Impossible 2? And I looked it up. He's not. He's not.
Yeah.
No.
Cut to Sean Ambrose and Nyah are watching horse racing. His right-hand man is still by his side and clearly suspicious, but now his pinky's all taped up and shit.
Yeah, and he's like sour about it. He'll look at it and he's like, "Damn it, stupid son of a bitch! I'll get him one day." You know.
We see Billy. He hands off a brochure with an earpiece in it. And that's how Nyah and Ethan can talk.
So I liked this part. I thought this was like, oh, this is Mission Impossible.
Yeah, this is
good.
the strong shit. Like,
Yeah.
the spy shit.
Yeah, and it's like it's intense because like that one guy is onto her,
Yeah.
and like they got to do stuff before he gets there. It's good.
Yeah, this stuff is the strongest part of the movie.
Yeah.
Because like you said, we're seeing the process of spy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the acting like you're just an usher or a concession worker at this racetrack and walking up to her and being like, just take the fucking pamphlet.
Yeah, yeah. I also like how they make sure to say like left jacket pocket,
Yeah.
and then later it's like he's like, no, it was in my right jacket pocket. I was like, ooh, this guy is cunning.
Cunninlingus.
Very good, Robbie.
I'm sure he does not do that.
Oh, for sure not. Yeah.
They see Ambrose talking to John McCloy, Mad Eye Moody, Brendan Gleeson, CEO of Biosite.
Yeah.
And then we see Ambrose take an SD card from McCloy. Nyah picks his pocket, presenting it as just taking money for gambling. I like when Billy stops Ambrose's boy, and Ambrose's boy is just like, I will fucking kill you.
Yeah, it's good.
Like, you do not understand what you are doing here.
Yeah. I also liked when she gets the money from him for a bet. and that's where she picks his pocket, and then she like has it on her side, and he's like, wait, and she's like, uh-oh, and you
Yeah.
see her like slowly drop it into like the other hand or whatever she does, and then he's like, make it 1,000 or whatever he says, and I was like, that's good stuff. This is cool. This is where like that slow mo worked.
Yeah.
It was good.
Slow-mo works if it's not in every other scene.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's not just a guy walking down the street in slow-mo for some reason.
right.
They look at the SD card. It's gross footage of the virus latching onto the blood. And then we see this dude gradually dying after contracting the virus.
Yeah,
Ambrose's boy. And that's all I referred to him throughout the movie. Ambrose's main henchman. I just call him Ambrose's boy or Ambrose's henchman.
I think it's Lance Armstrong.
I mean, you can call him that. I'll know who you're talking about.
Okay.
He approaches Hunt. Hunt takes the stuff from Nyah. He's like, I'm gone. And then he's just gone.
Yeah.
Nyah places the envelope back in Ambrose's pocket. He clearly noticed because, like you said, it's in the different pocket. Spicing it up.
That's good.
Some dudes follow McCloy home. He realizes something is wrong when his windows won't open. I'm a sucker for these kind of scenes of like a guy in like a limo and be like, oh fuck, why can't I open the doors and shit? Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, that was good. I really like that setup. That is also classic MI
Yeah.
stuff. I'm into that.
He also reads a newspaper that like predicts his death or something.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, where did that come from? And
I
where does
have
that
no
go?
idea. Where does that come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Very good. I when I was looking for trivia, I saw that the original cut of this movie was like 3 hours.
We wouldn't have done it.
Huh?
We wouldn't have done it. I would have put the kibosh on it. I would have
Yeah.
said, I'm not what I would have gotten. I would have gotten like 20 minutes in, realized it's a 3 hour movie, texted you and said, we're not doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
We'll
not
go
sitting
to
through this for 3
MI3
hours.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like John Woo's cut was that long, and then the studio
It
was
was
like,
as
nah,
long as
brother.
Tom Cruise's hair.
Nice. Tom Cruise's hair famously 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Um,
Says me, the guy whose hair goes down to the middle of my back, but you know.
Nice. Call me when it gets to your crack, brother.
Why?
I don't know, man. Apparently, that's why there's a lot of like shit like that. But I mean, if you're cutting the movie, you should probably cut that because that doesn't lead to anything. That's very strange.
Cut all the slow motion too.
Oh, yeah. But like the whole like my own death, huh?
Yeah.
And then he's not dead. Like he lives throughout the whole movie, doesn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
No, because we see him later on and like a little bit later, and he's in like the same thing that Magneto gets held in X-Men.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he wakes up, and at first I think he's hallucinating. And no, it's Ethan Hunt with a mask, and he's like, I am the doctor. It's like, oh.
Yeah, and I liked that a lot because number one, they put him in that weird case, so like it's hard to really see that that's Tom Cruise in a mask. That's good stuff. And then like just like creating a scenario that would make this guy confess is very cool.
And you know what? It would make sense if this guy has this disease that just ravages your fucking body. He has
Yeah.
no idea the symptoms. Yeah, you know what? Maybe he hallucinates. Who fucking knows?
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. It's good. And then they just drop him off again and he's like, well, you're not my
Yeah.
driver. And they're like, shut up and get out. It's like, okay. Fuck.
Oh yeah, I also was surprised because was this scene also a flashback?
I don't know. I think they knocked him out, created a scenario.
Well, no, because what I'm saying is Nyah tries to break into Ambrose's home, right?
Yeah.
And she's stopped by Ethan Hunt. Then all of a sudden, we see the whole scene with McCloy in the hospital and Ethan Hunt with the mask on.
Hmm.
All right. Or I guess this was happening at the same time.
Yeah, I think this is happening at the
Okay.
same time because Ambrose is pretending to be Ethan.
Yes, because that's when he says, you have to do everything.
Yeah, I kind of feel for her when she shows up And she's like, I thought you were coming to collect me. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And he's like,
Yeah.
nope, you gotta do whatever he says.
This is where I really thought the mask play got out of control.
Yeah, and well, he takes off the mask and he's shaking with like
I
fury. He's like, I'm so mad.
This man is the most hurt villain of all time. He's like
Yeah.
shaking and crying from this.
And like the guy whose pinky you fucking mangled was right. And
You
now
owe
you're
him an
upset.
apology,
Yeah,
brother.
you owe him a pinky.
Hunt and Luther plan their biosite heist. I like that Ambrose knows Hunt's every single move. He's like, yeah, he's gonna do this, and he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to come in confrontational, so he's gonna try to come in through the top.
I like that. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was cool. And then they do like a worse version of the first one with the wire work.
yeah. Like Luther struggles to get it open, and he does it right in time.
Yeah. And
The
like
cable.
I just don't like him, doing the flat belly thing and then I don't know. You already did it, but better. Don't
Yeah,
do it again.
because this guy's more incompetent than diarrhea guy.
Yeah. They gave him diarrhea though, Robbie.
Yeah, I remember you and
Yeah.
Mark were very explicit with that because I was like, that's coincidence. That guy just got diarrhea.
That guy just happens to have the worst diarrhea of his life.
If this guy would have just stood still for more than 4 seconds at a time,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Ethan Hunt would have been fucked. But because
Yeah.
this guy is like, I'm constantly constant
Yeah.
motion, and I'll never look out that window right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We see Billy and Luther panic because Nyah is in the building. And then we see Hunt start to kill some of the virus. He kills one of the Chimera, and now he has to kill another. Then he's destroying like a second group of Chimera, and he looks like he's about to let his intrusive thoughts win because he looks like he's about to just stick it on his arm, just like the Russian guy did.
Yeah. He's like, what would happen if oh shit?
Yeah, that's when Ambrose and his crew. I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah. I like the tower scene. I mean, I like this is where it goes like full anime.
Yeah,
And I'm kind of here for it, but then the movie just kind of I don't know, it doesn't do this anymore. I don't know. I mean, well,
well, I think a lot of the problems is this movie isn't sure what it wants to be. Like
yeah,
you said, it gets that anime vibes. We get these James Bond vibes. Then we get this Mission Impossible stuff, which is all the best stuff in the movie.
right.
And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. It's Mission Impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not mission difficult, Robbie.
Well, yeah, that was cleared up earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how, there's a shootout, but like when I think Mission Impossible, I don't really think shootouts.
Right.
It's more again espionage, but there's a big shootout and Ethan Hawke is the most capable
Ethan
man
Hunt.
with a gun. Shit. I'm
You said
talking
Ethan
about
Hawke.
Ethan Hawke though. Have you ever seen him in a gunfight?
I mean, I have.
Incredible.
I'm sure I have in something maybe, but
Yeah, probably. Ethan Hunt is the most capable man with a gun. Just taking out hordes of dudes. And I liked how the villain brings her out, right? And he's like, "Go get it." And she's like, "Okay." And she just fucking sticks herself in the arm. She's like, "Now what, asshole?" I was like, "That's cool."
dude, that shit made me laugh so hard. Not her injecting herself with the virus. One, Amber's reaction of calling her a bitch. I just thought, you bitch. I thought it was so funny. Two,
Yeah.
Ethan Hunt immediately setting a 20-hour timer on his watch.
Yeah.
He didn't panic without gotta set a 20-hour timer.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
guess.
From this moment on, we have 20 hours to save her. Yeah. Yeah.
We also see a bomb get planted under Luther's van, and then his shirt gets caught on something when he tries to.
Yeah, just like manufactured drama. And like the explosion is massive, and we see that he maybe got out with 1 second left. Even so, you're dead, brother.
And we see him walking
Yeah,
around
and he's
later.
just like-
no
he's just-
injuries.
Covered in dust. That's it. Yeah. But the gunplay stuff is pretty cool. It's John Woo, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be cool. But like I did like it's just so anime that she walks up to him and she's like she puts his gun to her chest. She's like, "Kill me. It's the only way. Like I'll die for you. There's no way
Yeah.
you could get out." It's like that's so anime. And then he just tosses a bomb and he shoots it. He's like, "I'll come back for you. Just stay alive or whatever." And then he jumps out of the building. I was like, "This is fuck. What am I watching? Fucking Cowboy Bebop?"
Very good.
Nah, it's very different. But it's I don't know. It was very anime, and I was like, I kind of like this.
I can understand that. This scene where they were like talking though, and she was holding the gun to herself, raised a lot of questions for me. Questions. How does Chimera spread?
Yeah.
She injected herself with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They then stood there speaking face to face and sweating on each other.
Yeah.
If it's airborne or can survive through the pores, he's got Chimera.
Sure, but maybe there is, a time frame in which it becomes contagious. She just injected herself.
That's very possible. But either way, the guy's plan worked because then later on, they're like, all right, she's just walking around Sydney spreading it. She's had to have given it to other people.
Is that what happened? I know
Yes.
that's what he said, but that definitely happened.
Well, at some point, she's been with several other people.
Right.
So, like, other people would have had to get it at some point.
Right.
But also, he's not. I think he would have tried to just put her in a urban area like Sydney, because if he just put her on the desert to die, he would have lost all his money anyway.
Right.
So it makes sense that he would try to spread it so he could sell the cure, because that was his whole plan.
Right. I mean, I think that the plot of this, like his plan, like in a better movie, it would work perfectly fine. I mean, it like the plot itself is pretty good. It's just
Yeah.
like you said, this movie's all over the place in what it wants to be, and it gets muddied.
Hunt skydives out of the building, and now he gets on the island that Ambrose is based on. He then beats this guy up and finishes with the silliest flipping leg drop ever. What in the indie wrestling finisher is that?
And it's in the slowest of motions.
Yes. The slow
Like
motion becomes very convenient here.
The music is like wanka 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 wanka.
Yeah,
He's just fucking beating the living shit out of this dude.
He does a lot of silly flips in this movie for no reason.
Oh my goodness gracious. You know what? I saw The Matrix 2, guys.
Yeah. We did it for this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying, they saw it and they were like, most action movies at this point in time were like, let's do that.
Yeah.
And that's why we got so much slow-mo, so much flipping, all that.
We're in this secret underground lab or whatever, and all the bad guys are just doing bad guy things. Hunt is just beating the shit out of people on his way there.
Some of them are cool, but
like the guys?
Yeah, they're like cool
like
guys.
Some of the bad guys. You're like, yeah, he's not so bad.
Some of the takedowns are cool, like the stealthy ones are cool. But like there's that one guy who like hears the pigeons.
Yes.
And he comes running and like Ethan just sprints at this man with a gun. And he like does a running kick off of the guy like he's a wall. And it's like, that's too much.
He does this. Much. It's like a silly little bicycle kick at one point.
Yeah, that. And then there's another guy, like he's in contact with Ving Rhames and he's beating the shit out of a guy as he's talking to Ving Rhames.
Yeah, like it's nothing.
This is too, you've crossed a line. It's too much.
We get the cheesiest scene in the movie right here.
You talking the pigeon?
Well, there's a bunch of pigeons, but Hunt doesn't walk with a pigeon. There's apparently one dove, one white dove.
Yep.
Hunt creates an explosion and walks through this flaming door in slow motion with the dove flying in front of him. Fuck you. Fuck John Woo. Fuck this movie. This is the stupidest shit.
Yeah, that's like you went from like Mission Impossible 1, grounded for the most part, really intense thriller type stuff. And now we got a a flamin' walk by with a dove. You went from Fast and Furious to Fast 10.
In a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the stupidest part. I hated that so much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, after everything after the tower scene is like, whoa. Whoa, that's too much. You did too much.
Well, we see McCloy transfer money, and we're really just jumping around here to see everyone is stressed out. We see Hunt hiding with the dove afterwards just to really bring home the point. Like, he's the white dove, guys.
Wait, the dove comes back? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, when Hunt is like up in the ceiling, like on the pipes and shit, and he's with the dove. He's literally just chilling in the rafters with the fucking dove.
Yeah.
And then, because the dove had to coo, one of the bad guys is walking over, and Hunt does a fucking Jurassic Park 2 gymnastics kick to him.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I did like how he waited. That was kind of cool. And then he like lunged at it. I thought that was aight. But like, here's another question though. Questions. That other henchman, is that a young Pedro Pascal? The answer is no. It is not. Yeah. Yeah. He just looked like him.
I didn't even notice that. It's all right. Ambrose's right-hand man stops Hunt. Hunt throws a grenade and starts fighting the dude. And you know what's really convenient?
You're talking Lance Armstrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guys fight in real time, but the grenade is in slow motion.
Yeah.
That's very convenient. How nice is that?
There's just a room filled with gasoline in which he throws the grenade. Yeah. Throw it in the gas room.
That's because Lance Armstrong just had Taco Bell.
Very good.
It was ripping some nasties.
Nice. And then we get that switcheroo that you kind of see from a mile away.
Yeah.
And like you said, if they didn't do so much mask stuff, they would have gotten me.
That's the thing. Like, I would have been totally got if they hadn't done so. Like, you give me 1 or 2 masks at the beginning, and then this, I'm totally sold. I'm like, holy shit.
As soon as he's just like, and the guy's like, I broke his jaw. I was like, okay, that's Lance Armstrong with his mouth taped and the mask on. Yeah.
We also zoom in on Tom Cruise with the mask on, like smiling and shit. I'm like, that's sadistic.
Yeah, it is.
And then he realizes the dude's pinky. Ambrose realizes the dude's pinky. He takes off the mask and lets out this yell.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he just saw his family get murdered in front of him. Yeah.
You clearly didn't care about this guy. You cut off part of his pinky with a cigar cutter.
Maybe they were lovers.
Ooh. I didn't even think of that.
Spice this script up, you know?
It really would have. We get some Mission Impossible music, and Hunt shoots a canister that says hazardous waste and just kills a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, this is where it, like, already it was ridiculous with the dove.
Yeah.
But all the stuff with the bike.
This is so silly.
Okay. Come on.
He kills a bunch of dudes on motorcycles. Then Luther blows up a car with a rocket launcher, GTA style.
Yeah.
And then Hunt blows up a car by repeatedly shooting the gas tank.
Yeah.
GTA style.
Yeah, GTA style, yeah. He stops to, like, the helicopter is going to get him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, fuck off, I'll find you, or whatever. He stops to put on sunglasses. I was thinking, because I'm still in Mission Impossible, like, oh, this is Mission Impossible world. We're not in ridiculous land. He puts on the sunglasses. I thought they were going to be like special sunglasses, like in the beginning.
I think those are 2 new worlds at the new Universal theme park.
Mission Impossible World and
Ridiculous
World?
Land, yeah.
Ridiculous Land, yeah, whatever.
I can't wait for those. This is going to be so much fun.
But like, I thought they were going to be special sunglasses. It's not. It's just sunglasses for style because they saw The Matrix.
Style.
Not lame.
You're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. And he's wearing like a black almost trench coat. It's like a black regular coat, kind of.
I can always let secret agents get away with wearing black.
Yeah.
So like
Oh,
I don't mind it, but the trench coat is kind of like, why aren't you just wearing a sweater?
yeah, it's also like you're already spotted at this point.
Yeah.
You don't need to blend in anywhere, brother.
Hunt and motorcycle play. I'm sorry, Hunt and motorcycle. Oh my god, I'm having a stroke.
No,
Hunt
the
and
character of
Ambrose.
motorcycle. I know
Yeah,
exactly what
I
you're talking
remember.
about.
Hunt and Ambrose play chicken on their motorcycles, and then they both jump off their motorcycles in midair
And collide. Yeah.
and collide.
The bikes explode as well. Yeah.
I don't know how physics work, but I don't think that's how that would happen.
That's definitely not it. Yeah.
They just land on the beach totally fine as the bikes explode.
Before that epic showdown between the bad guy and Ethan,
Yeah.
we get the bad guys who are shooting at Ethan and the ones that Ving Rhames took out with the rocket launcher. I love how they're just driving like a Ford Focus. It's just like a regular car. And I did not expect that. It's just like four dudes in a regular sedan.
No armor, no nothing.
Yeah, it's just like get the vehicle. It's just like, oh, I got my Ford Focus. It's a lease. Careful.
We get this fight on the beach. We get the cool but also hard to watch knife over the eye spot.
Yeah, apparently they really did that. Like,
He like measured it out and shit.
yeah, and it was like on a rope or some shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
I hate it.
Yeah, what are you doing? Just don't do that. It's
Yeah,
also
I
for
don't.
like 6 seconds.
Yeah. It's
Just
terrifying.
don't do that.
And eye stuff freaks me out. I'm good.
Same.
I'm good.
Same.
I'm good. Every time Ambrose calls Ethan Hunt, we all know what word he really wants to say, that cheeky Scott, right?
Nice. Bunt. Like a
Very
cake.
good. We also get these really heavy-handed images of like the waves crashing as Hunt and Ambrose are fighting.
Yeah, again, very anime. Like a final showdown. So it's
Yeah.
so anime. And
Hunt, yeah.
also I think we forgot to mention that Ethan's wearing Heelys, evidently, because that one scene he hops both of his legs on one side of the bike and they're just dragging on the street as he's driving the bike. Your boy's wearing Heelys.
I thought you just meant he was wearing heels because he's Tom Cruise.
Ooh, don't mention that. They'll kill you, Robbie.
Good.
All
I'm
of
ready to die,
Scientology.
brother.
Oh my God.
Hunt hits a drop kick. All the fighting in this movie is very professional wrestling.
Yeah, and you know what? I kind of like the whole like drag out brawl. Like I
Yeah.
like it until after the knife. Then I'm like, okay, let's wrap it up. It just goes for they fight for like 15 minutes.
And like you've already done the cool scene of the knife.
Yeah, and like realistically, like nobody's fighting this long. You've
No.
taken so many blows to the head. You're gonna pass out.
It should have ended right after Hunt overpowered him with the knife scene and
Yeah,
just knocked him
that's it.
out. That should have
But
been
it
the end
just
of it.
kept going. It
Yeah.
kept going and going.
I thought that Ethan Hunt killed him with a kick.
Where his head hits the rock?
Well, it like, kicks him so hard, and then he like checks him, and he walks away, and then it turns out he was just playing possum.
Yeah, because his head hit the rock when he fell.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And
I
Ethan,
thought,
he like walks up to him to check, and he's like, "All right, he's dead, whatever." And then he walks away, and then you're telling me that the gun from before happened to land right between where Ethan is, like right between Ethan's feet from where he's standing now,
yeah.
right? Not only that, I guess you could put this under question. Where did the bad guy get his gun? He had that the whole time?
Yeah. Why didn't you just use it?
Why would you get your ass beat for 15 minutes and not pull out the glizzy?
He wasn't hungry.
You're talking dogs, brother.
Oh, brother, I'm always talking dogs.
But also, that gun spring loaded because he just stomps and the gun shoots up and he grabs it from the sand.
It does.
What's going on here?
I don't know. It's just cool guy stuff. It's just cool stuff, I
Yeah,
guess.
But it's just like cool guy stuff just from the ether. Like there's no connecting point to any of this. It's just like, wouldn't it be fucking cool if this happened? We're like, yeah, but that's not a reality, dude.
No, no.
Like,
And then he just falls on his back while he's shooting and hits the guy.
yeah, like 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Empties the clip.
Yeah. And then your girl is like about to kill herself, but then Ethan's like, no.
Yeah.
And then we get the slow motion delivery of the antidote. It's like, all right, wrap it up, Mr. Wu.
Hopkins and Hunt talk. They expunge Nyah's criminal record. And then Hunt and Nyah kiss in front of a green screen and walk through a park.
Yep. Is Nyah in any of the other ones?
No, I looked it up. She is not.
Yeah.
No.
So it was all like, I'm in love. And then, like, actually,
Just like every James Bond. No, James Bond movies, they make it very clear you're a lady of the week. You're a lady of the night.
Yeah. But I feel like in other Mission Impossibles, there's like a steady love interest.
I don't
feel.
know. This is now the second one I've seen.
That's true.
And isn't that convenient? Because it's number 2.
Convenient.
And you know what? This movie was a big number 2. Speaking of which, you want to go to Letterboxd?
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, let's go to Letterboxd because there's some good stuff like we mentioned.
Yeah.
But this is by a large, it's a large step down from the first one.
I think this movie is bad. I think the villain is really bad. I think his performance is particularly bad. His accent.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I thought he was pretty good at being like vile, like a pretty just a rude dude with an altitude, you know?
Yeah, but I'm always taken out of it when like you're going to have a Russian accent in this movie. And then he's Scottish, so he just talks with this weird sometimes Scottish, sometimes Russian accent. It's like just have him be a bad Scottish guy.
Yeah. I mean,
or like
I don't know.
if he's not being Russian, he's putting on this weird accent at times that isn't Scottish because you hear the Scottish come out.
Yeah. I just don't like how they made Ethan a superhero. I didn't like that. It's just too Matrix inspired.
I also think the 2 leads, like I said before, have zero chemistry.
Yeah.
And we waste a lot of time. We waste so much time in this movie.
Yeah. Thankfully, there's no way to go up from. I mean, there's nowhere to go but up from here. You know.
I have written down here, and you can talk me up if you'd like. 1.5 stars.
No, I'd say 2.
All right, I'll give you 2.
Yeah, this wasn't. This isn't like on the level of, fucking another slow-mo guy, Rebel Moon. It's not there. This is better than that. I am sure. Yeah.
It's not that much better than that.
Yeah, but this has good scenes. Rebel Moon doesn't have any good scenes.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. In 2 movies, they had 0 good scenes.
The best scene is when they're slow-mo farming.
All right. We'll go 2 stars on Letterboxd. That's the official Royds review rating of Mission Impossible 2 hating on Letterboxd.
Prime and Robbie.
Yeah. 2 stars. Follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand. Andy, I have 4 trivia questions.
Wow, same here.
Would you like to go first?
Sure. What is the plateau that Ethan is climbing in the beginning called in real life? Is it called Dead Horse Point, Dead Man's Rock, Dead Donkey Point, Dead Mouse 5, or Expired Aardvark Rock?
Well, what was the first one?
Dead Horse Point.
Is it Dead Horse Point?
It is. Very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You're going to get this one. When they're at the racetrack, Ambrose says to Nyah, "Put down blank for me." Is it 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000?
Is it 1,000?
It is 1,000. You said it before.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Dougray Scott, the guy who plays the villain, Ambrose, was supposed to play which X-Man, but had to drop out because of the scheduling conflicts with this movie? Was it Cyclops, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, or Sabretooth?
Nightcrawler.
That is incorrect.
Sabretooth.
No, it was Wolverine himself.
Ah, interesting.
And because
That's
he
weird.
couldn't do it, Huey Jacks was hired and, changed his career.
Huey,
forever.
Dewey, and Louie Jacks.
Yeah. Can you imagine being Dougray Scott and just watching all the Wolverine explosion that happened ever since the year 2000?
I would kill myself.
Hmm.
According to Luther, they'll have how long to get Hunt into Biosite and the cables out? 30 seconds, 36 seconds, 40 seconds, 47 seconds.
36 seconds.
No,
47 seconds.
no.
40 seconds.
It is 40 seconds, yeah.
Nailed it. And on my first go, It's crazy.
Very impressive. Very, very impressive.
Which movie did Thandie Newton, Nyah, have to drop out of due to the schedule for this movie running over? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Okay. X-Men, Charlie's Angels, Meet the Parents, or Aaron Brockovich?
Charlie's Angels.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed if I were any of these people. Like fucking
Yeah.
Tom Cruise ruining my career.
During the Biosite heist, Hunt and Luther will lose contact for how long? 8 minutes? 9 minutes? 10 minutes? They shouldn't lose contact.
8 minutes.
It is 8 minutes.
Yeah.
You're...
What director was attached to this movie before John Woo? Was it Oliver Stone, Richard Donner, Bryan Singer, or Brett Ratner?
Bryan Singer.
No.
Brett Ratner.
No.
What was the other two?
Oliver Stone and Richard Donner.
Richard Donner.
No, it was Oliver Stone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ambrose won't shoot Nyah because she's worth how many pounds? 37 million?
37 million.
Yeah, just about as much as you weigh, fat ass. Got him!
Robbie, I'm doing my best here. I'm doing my best.
You walked right into that one.
Did I?
You really
Or are
set yourself up there, buddy.
Or are you just really mean?
I'm just really mean green because I've got a disease.
Robbie's gangrenous.
Hey.
You remember from the Powerpuff Girls, the Gangrene Gang?
Vaguely, but then again, I don't think so, actually.
It
Maybe
was just
vaguely.
it was like a gang of gangrenous people. They're called the Gangrene Gang. And at the time, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, whatever, it's just a bunch of green guys. But like, the Gangrene Gang is funny as hell.
I agree.
That's a great joke.
The New York Jets. Gangrene.
Very good.
I wrote a song, Andy.
Yo, same.
You didn't. You're lying.
I'm not lying, Robbie. I sent it to you.
Oh, it's true. I have it here. I also have a pick to flip.
Yo, flip that shit, Robbie. Tails.
It's heads, it's breads, and that's what I says.
That's pretty good.
Thanks. What kind of song you got?
I have a song,
That's awesome.
the one
That's
that I
fucking
wrote.
sick.
It's kind of a rocker, I guess. Yeah.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Go first. My song is called Free Climbin' because we see him free climbing at the beginning of the movie.
And I'm free.
Yeah. I was considering making that joke myself. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. My song is called Free Climbin', and I'll be honest, I was totally stumped with this one. This movie, I had nothing. like lyric wise. Music. I was like, all right, I had my music written for a little while, but I was like, I don't know what to say about this. So here's my movie.
Sounds like we had similar issues there, Robbie.
Yeah. Because they didn't know what movie to make, so I didn't know what song to write.
Yeah, for sure.
So here's my song. It's called Free Climbin'.
Hanging from a rock when I'm free climbing, sun beating down and a sweater shining. Ain't she a beautiful thief? Jumping from one cliff to the next, got no strings, it's a hell of a flex. And now I'm getting a brief, getting a chance to pick my crew. I can only select two, and they're here for their skills. Got a guy with a helicopter, one of them's a computer hacker, and I am here for the thrills. We're all wearing masks, an unfortunate task. Gotta stop the science man who's got a biological plan. Oh, the virus will spread from the kangaroos to the wallabies, koalas and the eucalyptus trees. Australia will wake up dead. Playing with you in a tub, we're part of an exclusive club. Yeah, these pigs in the slide. Nobody is who they seem. Waking up is now a dream, 'cause she's caught my eye. We're all wearing masks, an unfortunate task. She's a bro, she's a babe, she's a stunner. She got a job to do, but she don't wanna. She got an old boyfriend and she's gonna flirt. Gonna learn the deeds, yeah, get all the dirt. But she ain't here for her expertise. Yeah. Turned my job down in Spain, got a festival out on Maine. The passion it burns, let my hair grow out with long. We all hear the familiar song, the fire it yearns. Hanging from a rock when I'm free climbing, sun has been down and the sweater shining. Ain't she a beautiful thief? Jumping from one cliff to the next, got no rope, it's a hell of a flex. I'm getting a brief. We're all wearing masks, an unfortunate task.
That was my song called Free Climbin'.
I like the bass, especially in the bridge. I like that.
Ah,
That was very cool.
Nice. Thanks. I did that on the keyboard.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's not a bass, Robbie.
It is not. It is not a bass. I've done a lot of my bass on keyboard ever since I hurt my hand a little over a year ago. Because for about 3 months I could not play bass at all, and I just got to a point where I was like, this is much easier.
Yeah.
But now I play bass every now and then. But this is mostly what I do most of my bass on the keyboard.
Well, it's working. It's working, brother.
Thank you. I also like it because it gives me a lot more options that I can play with sounds.
Yeah,
Especially
definitely.
when I do like my rap songs, it's that shit's all keyboards, obviously. But like most of the or sometimes I throw guitar in there. Regardless, we're talking about Free Climbin'. But yeah, that was Free Climbin'. Originally, I was like, I wonder if I can write an entire song about a spy who likes to free climb. And I got 2 lines in and I went, I'm not doing this. I have
Yeah.
very little
Can't be done.
time.
Cannot be
I was
done.
like, we are recording this tomorrow, and I have 2 lines written for this song, so I better write some more fucking lyrics, brother, and stop worrying about writing songs about rocks. So,
Well, I like the vibe of the song. I like the the bass driven type stuff, but the guitar playing kind of a back seat. I kind of like.
thanks.
I like that vibe. I like it. It's very cool. Very cool song.
I played, I didn't play it by accident, but the piano little solo thing at the beginning happened by accident because I just started like hitting notes, like, actually sounds good. So I was like,
Nice.
what did I just do there? And then I actually was like, all right, let me extend the intro a little bit and do that.
Nice.
Because originally I was just going to be like, yeah, it'll just be a jam real quick. I was like, no, I could do some keyboards here. Why not? Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Andy, why not?
I don't know, Robbie.
Oh, that's a very good point. Andy, tell us about your song.
My song is called. Do you know what my song's called, Robbie?
I do.
Could you tell me?
I could. Your song is called Free Climbin'.
That's your song.
Your song is called On Our Sleeve.
On Our Sleeve. That's right. Yeah. See, I got confused because I changed the title.
Oh,
So
okay.
I changed the lyrics. And
Originally, it was
also,
called Free Climbin'.
Yeah, it's changed. I'm also terrible at remembering names.
Originally, it was called Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, and
And,
let me tell you how hard I got sued just at thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
You know.
Just like when we
Yeah.
went to call one of our albums Led Zeppelin 3, we got sued.
Yeah, and like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, come on. Who'd call an album that?
Yeah,
Kind of narcissistic assholes would steal a bunch of music and then name an albums after themselves.
yeah. So mine is called On Our Sleeves, and
No,
I'm
it's just
kinda-
called On Our Sleeve.
Oh shit, On Our Sleeve.
is not plural, brother.
That's my bad. Yeah. So the last Mission Impossible song I wrote was in 5/4 or 5/8, whatever the fuck. And
I think it was
I-
5/4.
I don't know, 5/8, because like when you put on a metronome, I tried 5/4 and I was like, what the hell is going on? I put on 5/8, and that's where I got that 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2. I was like, oh, I can count that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But 5/4 was like,
Dun, 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 dun.
oh, that's whatever happened to Kyle. Check it out. Anyway, yeah, I figured I'd stick with that tradition, so I go from 5/8 to 6/8 to 5/8 to 6/8. 6/8 for the chorus. I don't really know how I feel about this song. It's kind of brand new. You know how that works. You know, sometimes you write it and you're like, I don't know. I don't know
I
if
was
this
like,
is good.
I was like, wait, do you mean like the band brand new? Or
Nah.
I was like, Andy,
Uh,
this is way out of something I've ever heard you do. So
Yeah. All right, it's called On Our Sleeve, and it goes a little something like this. Send her in the lion's den with no real options left to steal some data from the cruelest villain yet. The virus and the cure, vaccine, something pure, putting her in harm's way. What happens is on me. We all saw the Matrix. That's my song. It's called On Our Sleeve. Mostly
I like
about
it.
how, thank you. It's mostly about how it's like, hey, we saw The Matrix and we also like anime, and here's our movie. So, yeah, I don't know.
I liked the riff. I also liked the drums when they first came in. For some reason, that's not what I was expecting. So I like when it. I
Yeah,
like that.
I don't know what I was going for, but I also just figured out a way to get double bass on my electric drum set, and I've never done that before. So I've been like fucking around with that. But that's hard. That's very hard. I don't know how any drummer does that.
They have 2 feet, Andy. You only got the one.
Damn it. They call me Peggy.
It's because of you and your wife.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But they also they call me Leggy as well because I got the one I got the one leg.
Yeah, I get it.
Robbie,
You
what are we
know,
doing next week? Before this gets any fucking stupider.
Tommy Lee actually has 3 kicks down there.
Oh shit. Kind of his hog.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week we are doing Goldfinger.
Wow, from one spy movie to another.
Gee, I wonder which one's gonna be better.
I don't know, Robbie.
Goldfinger's widely regarded as like one of the best James Bond films.
Oh,
Like,
it is?
widely regarded. Yeah.
Okay, because I know that these get bad sometimes.
Yeah. No. Not this is like Goldfinger's widely regarded as like the cream of the crop.
The crop of the cream.
The cum in my coffee.
You got cum in your coffee?
Yeah, I gotta stop going to my dad's diner.
All right. Well, you can
Since when
find
did
the
I
music.
become Greek?
You go
Ever since I
to
like the butt stuff. I'm so sorry.
nice, dude. You go to Spotify, wherever you get your music, Deezer, maybe even Apple Music. Bobby is signaling several different numbers to me. I don't understand.
There's hot
You will-
dog tunes.
Can't be
There's-
real, Robbie.
Yeah. There's Hot Jam Whambalam. That's another app.
That also can't
That's
be. How
totally
come they
real.
both got hot in them?
What are you talking? Oh, well, it's just a coincidence. Hot dog is just the name, you know. You ever
Oh,
eat a hot
okay.
dog, Andy? What are you not American?
Of course, I've eaten a hot dog, Robbie.
Yeah, and there's things like
Can't
hot
find out.
jams
He
and
cannot find out that
Whambalams.
I've never had a hot dog. He cannot find out at all costs. He cannot find out that I've never eaten a hot dog in my whole life. Oh, you can hear me?
We all can
no.
hear you.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, you go to any of those platforms, you search The Royds, and you'll find a large amount of songs, many of them having to do with movies from this podcast.
Also,
now-
many of them having to do with music.
That's true. That's
They're
Truth,
songs.
Justice, and the American Way. But if you go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com, you will find every single song ever made by anyone ever, but mostly the Royds.
Only the Royds.
Only the Royds, that's
And
my
our
bad.
guests.
And our guests, yeah, and that's pretty cool. Bonus stuff, all this cool shit. And also, Robbie the socials.
You go to Instagram. You go to TikTok. You go to YouTube. That's really all we use at this point. And go to the Royds Band. There he is, there he be.
Well
Follow
said,
us, like our posts, share our posts. You could also listen to the podcast on YouTube if you're not already at the Royds Review Podcast. If you are, like and subscribe. Wherever you're listening, give us a 5-star review. That helps us.
Yeah, we truly appreciate that. Tell your friends. Word of mouth is very important. Word of mouse. The mice need to know. They're huge on these platforms.
Yeah, spread it, baby. Use those mics to spread it. That was weird.
Yeah.
I said spread it, baby.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were going.
I meant spread the word because there were mice. I was doing like a plague thing, like
Okay.
spread it. But then I would just ended it at spread it, baby. And it really didn't. I backed myself into a corner that I didn't really want to be in.
I mean, the immediate regret is a good thing, you know?
Yeah, I didn't feel good
Yeah.
about saying that.
Yeah.
Send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. Give us any feedback you'd like. We'd really appreciate it. We appreciate
That's-
you listening.
That's Robbie's new sign off. Spread it, baby. Oh shit! All right. Well, we really appreciate you listening. Next week is Goldfinger.
Yep.
Gold Mac Daddy Fangus.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
All right. Spread it, baby.
Oh.